Big Ocean Dream. In a busy harbor full of big cargo ships and tall cruise ships lived a small fishing boat named Finn. He was not as big or as strong as the other ships, and sometimes he felt very small. Every morning, Finn watched the big ships sail out into the wide, open ocean. He dreamed of feeling the big waves and seeing the endless blue water. One day, he whispered to himself, "I will go too." His only friend in the harbor was Sky, a wise old seagull. Sky would sit on the roof of Finn's cabin. "It's a big dream for a little boat," Sky would say, "but the sky is big too, and I fly there every day." But the big ships heard him whisper his dream. "You?" boomed a giant cargo ship. "You are too small for the ocean. The waves will swallow you." The other big ships laughed, and their laughter made big ripples in the water. Finn felt his blue paint turn pale, but his best friend, an old fisherman named Arthur, did not laugh. Arthur was a kind, wise man, with eyes as blue as the deep sea. He saw Finn's sadness. He gently polished Finn's blue paint. "It's not the size of the boat that matters, little friend," he said softly. "It's the strength of the engine and the courage in the heart." Arthur's words were like a spark in Finn's engine. For the next week, they worked together. Arthur opened Finn's engine compartment and fixed it until it hummed a strong, steady song. Arthur taught Finn how to tie knots that would not break in the strongest wind. At night, he taught him to read the stars, showing him the North Star. "It will always show you the way home," he said. To practice, Finn sailed just outside the harbor walls, into the bay. He rocked on the gentle waves, getting used to the rhythm of the sea. Every day he went a little farther, and his fear grew a little smaller. Finally, one sunny morning, Arthur looked at Finn and nodded. "You are ready," he said. His voice was full of pride, but there was a little worry in his eyes too. Finn felt a shiver of fear and excitement. Finn took a deep breath of the salty air. He said goodbye to Arthur and to his friend Sky, who circled above his head, calling with encouragement. With a toot from his little horn, Finn slowly left the harbor. The ocean was bigger and bluer than Finn had ever dreamed. The waves were like hills of sparkling water. He felt free and brave, a tiny blue boat in a giant blue sea. But then, the sky began to change. The bright blue turned to a dark, angry gray. The wind started to whisper, then it began to howl. A storm was coming. The first big wave was like a mountain of water. It crashed over Finn, pushing him down into the deep sea. It was cold and dark, and Finn was very scared. He thought of the big ship's laughter. But then he remembered Arthur's words, "Courage in the heart." Finn shook the water from his deck, turned on his small bright light, and pointed his nose toward the next giant wave. He pushed his little engine as hard as he could. The storm grew stronger, throwing him from side to side, but Finn did not give up. He climbed one wave, then another, his little light, a beacon of hope in the dark. After a long, long time, the wind began to soften, and the rain turned to a light drizzle. A single ray of sun broke through the clouds, and a beautiful rainbow appeared in the sky. The storm was over. The water became calm and clear like glass. And then Finn saw the most wonderful thing. A family of dolphins jumping and playing in the water right next to him. They chirped and clicked as if to say, "Well done." Finn had done it. This was his big ocean dream. He watched a magnificent whale spray water into the air in the distance, then turned for home, his heart full of pride and the memory of the dancing dolphins. When Finn returned to the harbor, tired but triumphant, the big ships did not laugh. They blew their horns in a deep, long salute of respect. Arthur was waiting on the dock, his smile as bright as the setting sun. Finn knew that no matter how small you are, you can have the biggest adventures with courage and a good friend.